Action. And we are live. Y'all already know it's your man Hollywood, just an Orlando Magic fan. And today we got another video for y'all. I just got back from my trip. For those of you guys who don't know, your boy took a trip up north and I went to the beautiful city of Boston, Massachusetts. I got to experience the Celtics Stadium, TD Garden. The whole reason why I went to Boston was to witness the Tom Brady jersey retirement. For those of you guys who don't know, Tom Brady is my favorite athlete, tied with David Ortiz of all time, but Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins, secondary team is the Celtics, but Boston, everything is me. And I'm from Orlando, but dad put me on to Boston teams, just rocked with them my entire life. So I have a lot of love for that city, and Tom Brady, there was no way I would miss never seeing him in Gillette. Took that trip, and of course, since I went up to Boston, I said, you know what? Got to see my dogs out in New York. And I went to New York as well. Shout out the Mets. Went to a Mets game. And it was a vibe. It was a vibe. But we are back, and it's off-season basketball that we are talking about, man. There's a certain guy that's being spread around the rumor mill, so to speak, in Orlando. There's a guy in which a lot of people are either for or against, and I truly believe that I don't see why. I don't see a reason where in any world of mine I would ever negate the option of this player coming to Orlando. But without further ado, first I gotta shout out the people who made this graphic, because it's their graphic and legends for it. Shout out to Fadeaway World. But is Klay Thompson coming to the Magic? Very important question that we are asking. Very important question that the fan base, and a very big rumor that is going around the NBA. So much so, and I know a lot of people are going to say, is it really? Vegas don't lie. I know that. You know what I'm saying? Vegas does not lie. And in Vegas right now, the line for Klay's probability of where he will play next year is tied between the Orlando Magic and the Golden State Warriors, which has been his current team, which is the team in which he's won all of his rings, has only played for his entire career, and it is tied with us. Man, it kind of reminds me of what people were saying with the whole like Tim Duncan coming to play with McGrady back in that era. I, of course, was too young to experience that and really know what was going on, but this is like my era of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my version of it, where I'm like, this is the highest caliber Hall of Famer free agent that we have ever been linked to, besides, of course, Timmy D. Tracy's a hometown kid. Of course, we were always going to have ties. Vince Carter, hometown kid as well, always gonna have ties. If we get Klay Thompson, of course, it's like the Marcus Smart of Boston, and I know best because, of course, secondary fan of Boston. Man, I loved Marcus Smart. In the day that I found out that the Celtics let him go, it hurt me as a secondary fan. Like, I can say it. I love the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? I truly have love for the Celtics, and it really hurt because Marcus Smart was a very, very fan favorite player. He was a very, all I'm gonna say is this: when I went in 2018 to the Christmas Day game in Boston, I snuck down to the bottom, and out of every single person that was waiting with their posters out and everything to sign, all I had was my hand out because I wanted to shake his hand, and he literally had AirPods on, ignored every single thing that was going on, came straight out the tunnel and went straight to my hand. My ex was there. Shout out to her, great friend of mine. She can literally attest to this. He came to me and he shook my hand and he was like, "What's up, bro?" And I was like, holy, you know what I'm saying? I was such in shock. And he signed my poster, and I still have it to this day. Shout out Marcus Smart, one of my favorite players. Now, if we get a Klay Thompson and we lose somebody big, and I know we're going to lose somebody big, you know what I'm saying? I get it, he's a free agent, but I know once we pick up the Klays, that means we're going to have to start letting people go. Other trades are going to have to happen, and people are going to leave. And I don't want to see people leave, but unfortunately, Celtics just got a championship. You know what I mean? And I will do anything. I would do anything to witness an Orlando Magic championship in my lifetime. I'm a Boston everything fan, so I really can't complain about anything else. I have been blessed to truly say I have seen every single one of my favorite teams. In college, FSU, go Noles, seen them win in 2013, never have to see them win a championship ever again. I was 13 years old, Jameis Winston, undefeated, will never forget that moment. Boston Red Sox, David Ortiz, my favorite athlete of all time. Seen them win multiple times. Saw them win it in 2018 in Tennessee with my sister. Shout out Mallory. Saw the Celtics in 2008. Saw them right now with my dog Magic, who's right behind me sleeping. Love Magic to death. Patriots, witnessed every, like, you don't even want to know the Tom Brady stories that I have. You know what I'm saying? I've witnessed the ups, the downs, everything. The Boston Bruins gave me 2011. But I've always told people, even in soccer, I'm a Real Madrid fan. Ronaldo, now Vinny, Rodrigo, Bellingham, Mbappe. Dog, I'm blessed in every other sport. But God has really blessed me with being a Magic fan and being from Orlando, because I do have the leisure of going. We don't have a team, and the wonderful thing about Florida is it's not like anywhere else in the United States. Orlando is its own division. Miami is its own division. Tampa is its own division. Jacksonville is its own division. There is no unity. There is no, when you live here, we all divided. We all, of course, if it comes to war and stuff, Florida's Florida. We all boys. But at the end of the day, when it comes to sports and stuff like that, we all claim our territories, and our own cities are our own, like, literal worlds, so to speak. So Orlando only had the Magic, so I had that free range, and I chose Boston. Everything else rode with Boston, and have just been Boston ever since. But I want to see this Magic team win a championship. I'll give every single championship for the rest of my life. I don't ever have to see my sports teams in any sport ever win another championship if I get a Magic championship. The Magic championship, being from Orlando, we've been through a lot. And I was born in the year 2000. The Magic were made in 1989, so trust, I know there's people who have been through worse than me. But being born in the year 2000, becoming a fan in 2009, experiencing what it was, the finals, which was like my first time really knowing sports and basketball. So I didn't know the magnitude, and I didn't know nowhere near what we were going into. I just knew it was the Boston Celtics and the Magic, and I was seeing KG, Dwight Howard, and I was just a fan. I would go for the Magic, and I would be mad when the Magic lost, but I would not be mad that the Celtics won. You know, I would just be like, well, they're really cool too. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember those days and those vibes. And I truly feel like, I feel like this year we could have given Boston a run for their money. And imagine if we get somebody like Klay. I think if you don't want Klay Thompson on this team, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm nobody to judge your judgment on who you should go for and who you should want on this team that we all agree to root for. But man, one of the greatest shooters of all time, I don't see why not. Jersey sales are going to go up. We are rebranding. I truly believe we're going into the modern classic look. Trust me, I literally have the logo tatted on me right now of the one that we have now. I love the logo that we have now because that is my Magic. That is a history that I know. And it reminds me of like when Amway Center first opened up and I was a kid, and just remembering I couldn't afford a Magic ticket. You know what I'm saying? I just remember just seeing Amway Center get built, remembering like crying because even gets me a little emotional now. Like when Amway got imploded, man, that was like a tough day for me. Just as a kid, that was like my childhood arena, you know. Even though yes, we had Amway Center, it was huge and stuff. It just, even as a kid, I knew like, I don't like this feeling, seeing it get demolished. I did not like that feeling at all. But it happened. We got Amway Center. It's a beautiful, or now Kia Center. It's a beautiful, beautiful arena. One of my favorite ever, honestly. I love that arena. Always loved the staff there. Prime location, downtown Orlando, right at the entrance. But I think if Klay Thompson comes, the culture that we have right now is huge. If Klay Thompson comes, we're going to rebrand to one of these. I truly, genuinely feel it. And for those of you guys who don't know, fun fact, our first jerseys were actually the white and black ones, not the white and blue ones, the white and black ones. and then these became our like alternate or whatever, like I believe 2 years later in like 91, 92. But I truly believe we're gonna rebrand. We've been hinting at like, what's your favorite logo and do you like the throwbacks, blah blah blah. I truly think we're gonna go into that modern aesthetic look, which shout out, I believe it was, yeah, the Jazz, they're doing this year, but they always change their stuff. I feel like for us, we'll change, and then because if we're gonna change our everything, the white, the black, and the blue, then we really should make it at least a good modern classic look. I would love that and truly believe that it could make an impact in the league, especially if we win. You know what I'm saying? And the more, I feel like it just helps our aura of just becoming winners, because I think we are winners right now. We proved this year that we truly have what it takes to be winners in the NBA. No matter no matter at this young age, we showed that we were truly able to become the team that nobody thought we would be, that nobody thought that we could be, and we exceeded expectations. So imagine adding a Hall of Famer like Klay Thompson. I don't see why not, man. I don't see why not. I think if we add him, if we're able to play somebody like Joe Ingles, and shout out Joe Ingles because I literally have one of his buttons on this Shaq jersey that I got in the retirement night. I love Joe Ingles. He's one of my favorite players. For those of you who don't know, Ingles, classic line that I yell anytime that I talk about Joe Ingles and his stats, his 3 points, his 5 points, the times he be hitting 9, I go insane. Love Joe Ingles. If we're able to play Joe Ingles, imagine what we could do with Klay Thompson. Just imagine. He doesn't need to be the second option on this team. He doesn't need to be the first option on this team. He just needs to get open, and when he gets the ball, chuck it up and score. That's it. We need shooters. If he is 50% of the player he was 2015, if he was the player he was last year on the team we have right now, I am telling you right now, he's going to be most improved player. 0-10, 0-10. First off, the people commenting 0-10 are the number one people who have never picked up a basketball in their entire life. They are the number one people who have nothing to do with their lives and have nothing going for them and just like to pinpoint everyone else's downfall because they know all they have in their life to look at is their own downfalls. So 0-10 doesn't mean anything because the boy got rings, multiple of them. And the reason why that team got him isn't because only Steph Curry or isn't because of only KD. Klay was a huge reason that the Warriors dynasty even happened. Without Klay, there might not be a Warriors dynasty. Steph Curry was nowhere near as great to carry the way that LeBron did for 10 finals straight, no matter the team, no matter. Steph was amazing. Steph is a unreal character, one of the greatest shooters to ever just walk the planet. But he couldn't do it by himself. He had Klay, and Klay, if he is anywhere near what he just was last year, I think it'll be a successful season, a successful pickup, and I think we can really make some noise. I'm just being honest. I think if we pick up a Klay Thompson, it'll be great for the league. I think we'll get a lot of more televised games. I think a lot of more people are going to be tuning into the Magic. We might get a lot of fans. I don't know. As a Magic fan, I might be delusional. It's really weird to be affiliated with Hall of Famers. It's really weird to be affiliated with somebody like a Klay Thompson because, of course, seeing Klay Thompson, I don't care if we're in the year 2024, I see 2016, 2017, 2018, 2015, 2020, the man just glink. I was in the same house. At the time I didn't live here, but in the same house when I literally seen Klay Thompson go stupid game 6. All I'm gonna say, if y'all don't want Klay Thompson, man, that's on y'all, bro. I want Klay. I'm gonna buy a Klay jersey for sure, full price. I don't care. I would buy the Klay Thompson. I'm buying the Klay Thompson jersey. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all already know it's your man Hollywood, just an Orlando Magic fan. I really hope that we get Klay. I really hope we don't lose. major pieces down the line to get Klay, but I think if we get a good enough, which we all trust in our front office, I think if we get a good enough deal on the table, I really hope it happens. And who knows? Who knows if it's the start of something special? But I truly believe Klay Thompson on this team would be iconic. Y'all already know it's your man Hollywood, just an Orlando Magic fan. And like always, go Magic. Oh, almost. Yeah, that's a wrap. See, we're starting this, you know. We're starting this little. I got the prop because you already know it's Hollywood. But gotta get a little catchphrase going. I already got the action started, but we're gonna go. That's a wrap.